after I was forced to disrobe, I had to wait for my flight, which was in about another 2 weeks. So during this period, I had to change to lay clothes. But I wanted to show them that I was still a monk. I had still shaved my head. So after the 2 weeks, I came back. But when I left, I still bowed. I bowed to the master before I left. And then I came back. And when I came back, a lot of people asked me, why? I couldn't tell them. Because we were brought up, at that time I was brought up in this Mahayana thinking that you must not say anything bad about the teacher, you must not say anything bad about monks or nuns, because it's heavy karma. So I just kept it to myself. But at that time I was very much disturbed, very, very disturbed. So my mind was in a turmoil. So I couldn't think clearly. I couldn't tell them clearly also. So because of that, many people believed what the City of 10,000 Buddhas informed, from the impression they gave to lay people was that I didn't practice well. So I was asked to leave by the master. But later, over the years, then things started to, I could see things more clearly. And also, there was a nun who came back from America. And at that time I was in Penang, I was staying in Penang. I had already changed to Theravada. And then she told me something about what happened to her in the City of 10,000 Buddhas. Then it became clearer to me that this teacher was not sincere. Was not a virtuous monk as he wanted to put it. But you never know until you live with him. You know. And many things that happen that it's not pleasant to talk about. So we'll leave that then. So I came back to Malaysia and my mind was very disturbed. But one thing I felt very strongly that I'd soon get back into robes. So I renewed my passport because my passport was about to expire. Then after renewing my passport, I straight away went to look up a monk because I had this great doubt about Mahayana Buddhism. So I wanted to explore Theravada Buddhism. So I went to this Theravada monk in Johor for advice to go to Thailand. But he was then following the Burmese tradition. And he told me that he didn't know much about Thailand. He said that if I wanted to go to Burma, he would know where to refer me to. But somehow I wasn't interested in Burma. So I left. Then I went to Penang. I went to see a Mahayana monk whom I knew as a layman. And when he heard about my story in America, he told me to stay in his monastery. And that was in probably October 1985. And he told me there was this Mahayana ordination coming up in this Keloksi temple in November, in a month's time. So he told me to take the higher ordination in Penang. So even though I wanted to go to Thailand, but I thought for the time being, since I didn't know where to go in Thailand, I didn't speak Thai, I didn't know anything about Thai Buddhism. So I took the Mahayana high ordination in late 1985. Then I stayed with that monk for a few months. And one of the novices had this robe, and he was about to go to Thailand to look up at that time the famous Ajahn Yantra. So I decided to follow him. So I went to Thailand. And in Thailand, you know, all the monks use Theravada robes. So I put on my Theravada robe. But when I went to Wat Po, one of the senior monks noticed that I had this funny looking Mahayana underrobe in front, and then he pulled up my robe and was asking me, what is this?